Slow burn Sunday, Ridge's family betrayal unleashes Dark Thomas on Bold and the Beautiful. How far will Thomas go to keep Brooke away from Ridge? This week's slow-burning storyline involves Thomas on the Bold and the Beautiful. We're happy to have him back, but not like this. Most viewers were holding out hope for a #Thope reunion. Thomas confessed to Ridge that he hasn't been doing well since losing his fiancée and his job. He's depending on Ridge to keep him on the sane path, which doesn't bode well for this character. Check yourself. Thomas, Matthew Atkinson, is back at Forrester Creations. But he's not there to work. He's there to check in on Ridge, Torsten K., and to set him straight. He wants to make sure that his father will follow through on his promise to marry Taylor, Rebecca Budig. Sadly, Thomas doesn't have anything else going for him right now. He ended his engagement to Paris, Diamond White, after he found out that his mother was scamming Liam, Scott Clifton, and Bill, Don Diamant, out of $1 million. He's also not working as a designer anymore, which leaves him at a crossroads. Needless to say, Thomas isn't doing well. He demanded that his father keep their family together since it's all he has at the moment. Knowing that his family will stay together will keep him happy. However, Ridge is still in love with Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, which could spell trouble for everyone involved. Burning hatred for Brooke. We know that Thomas hates Brooke, and the feeling is mutual. But his hatred runs deeper. He blames her for making his father leave his family for her. This puts Ridge into a difficult spot. He's not sure whether he should stay with Taylor or mark his destiny with Brooke. Ridge might marry Taylor just to satisfy his son. But then, he could have a moment of weakness, which could lead to the ultimate family betrayal. The way that Thomas has been talking lately has us wondering whether he's going to go down the deep end again. This time, he could hurt Brooke and Hope, Annika Noel. This will make Hope realize how dangerous Thomas is. And then she'll want nothing to do with him ever again, leading to a Lope reunion. As we know, Liam has been adamant about getting his family back together. And nothing will stop him, not even Carter, Lawrence St. Victor. But it's Thomas who can take things to a dark and dangerous place despite fans wanting him to stay out of his parents' business. Hopefully, Ridge and Taylor will notice the red flags before it's too late. Los Angeles, Sunday, September 7, 2025. The City of Angels is anything but heavenly today, as a storm of betrayal, fury, and heart-shattering family drama has erupted at the heart of the Forrester dynasty. What began as a slow burn Sunday, with the promise of a peaceful day after a week of simmering tensions, has detonated into an inferno. Ridge Forrester's, Torsten K. final cruel act of wavering has not only broken Taylor Hayes's, Rebecca Budig, heart but has ignited a dormant darkness in his son, Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, a darkness more terrifying than anything we've seen before. The fallout promises to be seismic, threatening to tear the Forrester family apart at its very foundation. The betrayal heard round the world. Ridge crushes Taylor's hopes. The fashion world of Los Angeles has been on a knife's edge for weeks, watching Ridge Forrester's latest waffling between the two loves of his life, his destiny, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and his family, Taylor Hayes. The suspense, a hallmark of the Bold and the Beautiful, reached its crescendo this week. After returning from a life-altering trip to Italy, where a near-death experience brought him and Brooke closer than ever, Ridge was confronted with a decision he could no longer postpone. Taylor, full of hope and a desperate need for a firm commitment, pushed for a wedding date. But as countless fans theorized, Ridge, the man who has spent a lifetime torn, finally made his choice. In a gut-wrenching scene, he confessed to a devastated Taylor that he couldn't go through with the wedding. The words, "I love you, but I can't," were more of a dagger than a confession. Taylor, who has stood by Ridge through thick and thin, through Brooke's manipulations and her own personal struggles, was left reeling. This isn't a simple case of a relationship ending. This is a betrayal of the highest order. Ridge, with the full support and encouragement of his children, Steffi, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and Thomas, had committed to a future with Taylor. He had promised them their family would be whole again. Now, that promise lies shattered on the floor of the Forrester mansion, a testament to his eternal indecision. The betrayal runs deeper than just Taylor. It's a betrayal of his children, Steffi and Thomas, who fought tooth and nail for their parents' reunion. They believed in the dream of a united Tridge family. Now, Ridge's actions have not only destroyed their mother's happiness but have made them look like fools for ever trusting their father's word. The emotional wreckage is immense, but for one Forrester son, it's more than just heartbreak, it's a catalyst for chaos. The serpent rises. Thomas's dark turn. For months, viewers have seen a reformed Thomas, a man who seemed to have finally found peace and a semblance of normalcy. His engagement to Paris Buckingham, Diamond White, was a step in the right direction, and while it recently fell apart, he seemed to be channeling his emotional energy into supporting his parents' reunion. He came back to Los Angeles with a singular mission, to ensure his father made his mother happy. Today that mission failed. The moment Thomas learned of his father's decision, a switch flipped. The quiet desperation we saw in his eyes just a few days ago, as he pleaded with his father not to hurt Taylor, has been replaced by a cold, menacing rage. He saw Ridge embracing Brooke, a picture-perfect moment of destiny that to Thomas was a twisted image of betrayal. He sees Brooke not as a woman in love, but as the puppeteer, pulling Ridge's strings. The old Thomas, the obsessive, manipulative, and dangerous Thomas, is back. But this time, the stakes are higher and his target is clearer. Thomas's fury isn't just a tantrum, it's a calculated response born from a sense of deep personal injury. He told his father he felt lost and needed his family to be whole. Ridge's betrayal has taken away the one thing Thomas was holding on to. He has lost his engagement and now, the family he was trying to build is gone. This leaves him unhinged, with nothing left to lose. His conversation with his grandfather, Eric Forrester, John McCook, was a precursor of the storm to come. He lashed out, blaming Brooke, and refusing to listen to Eric's advice. He is no longer seeking a rational solution. He is seeking vengeance. The vengeful son, Brooke is in the crosshairs. Thomas's first target is Brooke. He sees her as the source of his mother's suffering and his father's indecision. He has already confronted her, warning her to stay away from his family. But with Ridge officially backing out of the wedding, Thomas's warnings will escalate into something far more sinister. Fan theories are running wild, suggesting he will not rest until he has destroyed Brooke's life and her relationship with Ridge once and for all. Old, manipulative tricks? The possibilities are endless and terrifying. Will he forge documents to frame her? Will he try to turn Ridge against her with lies and deceit? Or will he go a step further and unleash a plot so diabolical it will make his past schemes look like child's play? Given his current mental state, fueled by betrayal and a sense of profound loss, there is no telling how far he will go. The slow burn has ended, and the conflagration is just beginning. The fallout, an empire in peril. The ripple effects of Ridge's decision and Thomas's dark turn will extend far beyond the love triangle. The very foundation of Forrester Creations is at risk. Eric, who has always been Brooke's staunchest ally, will likely be at odds with his grandson. Steffi, who is fiercely protective of her mother, will likely join forces with Thomas, creating a formidable and dangerous united front against Brooke. Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, already navigating their own complicated relationship, will be pulled into the vortex. Liam, ever the White Knight, will undoubtedly try to protect Hope from Thomas, a dynamic that has played out before and always ends in disaster. Hope, who has a complex and empathetic history with Thomas, may find herself torn, trying to help him while also protecting her family from his rage. This isn't just about a soap opera love story anymore. This is about a family at war. The betrayal by Ridge has cracked the foundation, and Thomas, the vengeful son, is ready to bring the whole house down. For weeks, we've watched the pieces slowly fall into place. Now, the shocking news is not what has happened, but what is about to happen. Get ready, bold and the beautiful fans. This is not just a new chapter, it's a terrifying new saga. Thomas's fury, born from his father's betrayal, is a force of nature. And it's coming for everyone. The calm of Slow Burn Sunday is over. Welcome to the day the darkness returned to Forrester Creations.